this is me. I'm just doing a small little video on combating fear and different ways to reach altered states of mind. And it began in probably in the Iron Age with the chronic diseases like chronic pain, epilepsy, different handicaps, and allergies, eczema, things that keeps you sleep deprived for all your life is one of the biggest ones, and things that keep you nauseated, so you have difficulty to eat and keep the food down. And then there is fatigue, and that is something that I tried. It is the full fasting, that means no water either, and that was, I never did that for more than 24 hours. It can get really dangerous. But that's when you feel so out that you start sweating when it's cold, and all those strange things start to happen, and you get the feeling of that something is off. And that's dehydration, heat, overextending your limits, and sleep deprivation for a longer time. And that overextending your limits is like when you, instead of running one marathon, you might keep on going. You are hungry, and you keep on going and don't stop, and maybe, let's say, run 2 marathons instead, until you are so fatigued that nothing is like it should be. So that's not recommended. Partial fasting is better. And the old techniques, especially in witchcraft, was scourging. And in Finland they use this technique. They whip you with nettles. My aunt did that to me, and it was not pleasant. But I didn't go into astral realms. I got angry, screamed, and I beat her instead, so it didn't have the effect she wanted. So she whipped me with nettles, and it hurt so much that I got angry. And here's something that was very popular in Finland as well, incense of toxic parts of a tree or plant. What I know now that is popular around the world is acacia tree bark. They use acacia for other things, but the bark is toxic when it's inhaled during smoke. So there are many those things. And nutmeg, that is both digesting and inhaling, and some sorts of papaver, seeds that are used in incense, can cause hallucination. And lotus is famous, especially when taken inside and or within, and then there are so many different plants in different countries. And then there are the good old flying ointments that are popular today. You use some plants, make it a salve or something, and put it where it reaches the bloodstream easiest, and it's like drugs. Rod Stewart put something in his behind so that he didn't have to take something orally, so that's the kind of thing. And then there's the extreme barefooted exercises, which I'm quite fond of. And I used to do that when I was young. Go barefooted in the snow. At first it hurts, then it gets hot, it's those different states. And then I did that I dipped a blanket in water when it was ice cold outside, and then I thought that I was on fire. I tried to pretend that I was the fire. and then to get the blankets to steam and dry on my body, even if it's over 15 degrees minus Celsius. So I tried a lot of things, and my favorite is partial fasting, where I take a little bit of oil, let's say 1 tablespoon of oil and 1 tablespoon of, let's say sugar, I can't remember. You can use butter or honey, and in Hinduism they use that as well. And you just eat the absolute minimum for your body weight, BMI or what is it called. And so that you get the heart pumping. And since I used to go camping, and you are out in the wilderness, you can't fall down of fatigue. So it don't taste good. It's not meant to. Oh, and the funny thing, my friend tried that. So she doubled up the oil. So she took 4 tablespoons of oil and a little bit of sugar or honey, and then she used it for weight loss instead. Nothing spiritual, and I was, that's not nice. But it don't give you a full tummy, so you will feel the hunger and do the offering, and you will feel alert in your head, but you don't have the heavy tummy syndrome of that you have eaten and the blood flow in the tummy, and that's what makes my mind, what is it called, laser sharp on focus during ritual, if it's a really big ritual. And then there's the dangerous thing that was done in Finland, in Judaism. It's called samlatri. They tie up like an arm in a certain way, and in Egypt they did that, and in witchcraft in Finland, and I think in UK as well. They bind your feet or something quite hard, so it feels pain and starts to swell. And then the pain, it gets numb, and then you should go to the astral realms. And that can be fatal and cause amputations. Especially if you're a diabetic and have a bad circle, so I never do that myself since my heart. And here's what I use always when I try to teach things. I usually indoors when everybody feels safe, especially when they are young. I fill up a box and cut out a hole, and then I can put a teddy bear or a plant, or if they are want to be tough, you can put in a bone or feathers and a living creature or something that can spook you to quite well. But it can also be used that you can try to feel and sense what's in the box, so that is a double training, if you say it like that, what is in the box before you put your hand in to feel. And unfamiliar surroundings in darkness. Like if you're in a strange town and you try to do something, let's say a quick ritual there, and you don't know anyone and you might get caught, that gets you that extra edge. And here's one that I spooked myself with. I found a pond with muddy water, or lake or stream or anything. Dip your feet if you can sit and reach the water, or stand in the water during the dark moon. And under the full moon it's very big difference if you are into moon magic. And with seaweed and plants and fish and crabs, I scared myself so badly so that I forgot every other fear I had before that. So I combated the other fears except for the muddy water thing and things touching me in the dark in water. And floating in darkness is very good. And then anything including blindfold or earplugs in nature, your senses will be heightened, especially smell, taste, and the slightest vibration and movement, since you become like an animal. You feel everything since you pretend that you are you can be eaten by lions, let's say. So you try to spook yourself up there a little bit. And here's one. I used to drive extra work as a lorry driver. So when I parked a car near a busy highway, I've been robbed in a car since we had dynamite. That was my extra work. So they wanted to get to the dynamite, so I had that fear of being robbed again. And then being a lone girl on a highway in a foreign country, so that spiked me up, so I started feeling a lot of different states and got these. So these were just some of the techniques, and if you're interested in something more, I can try to make a video especially about that topic. And as always, have a magical day. Bye for now.